Good, and let's check in now with KRQE News 13 anchor Matt Mauro, who has this morning's news headlines. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning to you, ladies, and good morning to you at home. We start with very big news this morning. After almost 6 years since the death of his wife, former APD cop Levi Chavez cleared of first-degree murder charges. He is a free man this morning.
We find the defendant, Levi Chavez, not guilty of first-degree murder, as charged in count 1. The defendant, Levi Chavez, not guilty of tampering with evidence, as charged in count 2.
In front of a packed courtroom there and live on TV, a jury from Sandoval County found Mr. Chavez not guilty in first-degree murder charges of his wife, Tara. It was an extremely emotional moment, needless to say, for both Levi and his attorney, whom you saw, and right there for Tara's family. They left seconds after the judge read the verdict. We'll have much more on this on KRQE.com and today on News 13 at noon. New details now in an accidental shooting of an Albuquerque cop by a fellow cop. Officer Scott Marr was hit in the leg when Sergeant Darcy McDermott accidentally fired her gun Monday night. The two were searching for what they thought was someone with a rifle at a building near Old Coors in West Central. Officer Marr going into the ambulance there. Thankfully, he's been treated. He's out of the hospital. Sergeant McDermott has been with APD for 17 years, is on desk duty while an internal investigation continues. The chief of New Mexico State Police has announced he's retiring. Chief Robert Schilling says he's going to leave at the end of the month to focus on his family, health, and happiness. Chief Schilling started with state police back in 1992. He was appointed chief in 2011. He says during the retirement he hopes to help animals, particularly abandoned and neglected horses. Well, this comes as no surprise. The city of Albuquerque gets a lot of complaints from neighbors everywhere about folks speeding through their areas. The only option right now is to use those speed humps to slow people down, but there's a new effort to find new ways to get people to cut their lead feet. The city's asking for your thoughts on a new plan that would add 40 more ways to slow down cars and trucks, such as putting up radar speed signs, making neighborhood streets more narrow, or building those traffic circles that everybody complains about. The city will look at criteria such as the number of crashes in an area to see if the street qualifies, but some folks are worried that criteria is simply out of reach.
To set a number that says you have to have hundreds of vehicles passing through the neighborhood at high speed before you can qualify, that begs the issue. It does not serve the interests of the public. It simply makes it easier for traffic engineering to continue to do nothing.
The city will be presenting its proposal again tonight. You can go check it out, give your 2 cents. It's at the Manzano Mesa Multi-Generational Center. That starts at 6:45. A real sign of this season this summer, more bears here on the prowl in the Duke City. And yeah, guess what? It happened again yesterday morning. Police, Game and Fish, and Terrence Seaman, a News 13 photojournalist, all spent their morning chasing not just one, but 2 bears.
Did you guys see him?
That house right there in the corner is in the backyard.
Yeah, Game and Fish, there they are, along with police, say 2 bears were spotted in the neighborhoods near Tramway right as the sun came up. Officers hopped fences, they climbed walls, they ran the streets, tried to track down the bears. Finally, the neighborhood near Tramway and Comanche, they saw this, a good view of one of the little guys, and he is little, on the run. All right, they went after him there. Some great slow motion. The bear was seen about 11 o'clock. This one went back toward the Sandia, as we hear. The second bear, he didn't find his own home. He found a tree in an apartment complex near Tramway and Academy. That bear was captured, and he'll soon be released back into the wild. Hopefully, he can go find his buddy. Now, that wraps up your morning headlines. Get more of them every day on KRQE News 13 this morning. It starts at 4:30. Kristen and Nikki, what they're saying right now are those bears, we've gotten a lot of rain, that's giving them water, but they still need food, and those berries and the acorns just haven't completely gotten ripe just yet.
Well, it should get better, though. With all the rain we're getting, it should definitely try to help things out over that way.
Keep the bears in their own neighborhoods.
Yes, wild story. Thanks, Matt.